Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. Your breaker for tonight's show,
my God,
likes long walks on the beach, candlelight dinners in his Patrick Mahomes jersey,
none are better than this one, the best quarterback in the world.
Oh, there
Patrick
he is.
Mahomes.
Yes.
and staring at the messy posters over his bed, it's Kamen Entchev.
Hello and welcome to Ultimate Autographs. Kamen Entchev here with Rip Camelucci, ready for an awesome noon show. Such a great 9 a.m. show with yourself and Mike. Got on a little Herbert chase, but hey, good news, guys. Brand new Vault series. So much more good stuff coming up. We got every single headliner out there, including a Tom Brady Rip Speed Flex worth about $3,000 for the GOAT. Got ourselves a Rob Gronkowski, Brady's #1, pass catcher on that sick, I do mean sick Hydro Speed Flex, the Tampa Bay Buccaneer Flex. Perhaps my favorite helmet in the series, though, the Emmitt Smith. It's got that desert camo, that snake skin feel. NFL's all-time leading rusher, Emmitt Smith. There's a Chris Carter Speed Flex in there.
Dude.
So much good stuff in that series. The Vault should be bumping. And if that's not bumping, I'll give you guys a little secret. For the good stuff, the Vault is the expensive stuff. The best stuff in the room. We have the Diamonds, 5 boxes left, 3 headliners, 2 Speed Flexes. But if you don't want to spend money in that one, just my personal take, Rip, obviously spend money where you want to spend it. We have a lot of action in the jerseys right now. I know it's the cheapest break, 28 a spot. I know it's only $17 more. The can't miss jersey and mini is way better than the jerseys. I mean, way better. The names are so much bigger for only $17 extra. You get a Josh Allen jersey, a Joe Burrow mini. You get so much good stuff. Definitely recommend that can't miss jersey and mini if you want to play minis and jerseys, because that blows the black box jerseys out of the water. The names in that series are so much better. I'm actually shocked the difference is only $17, Rip. So
No, truly. 2 of my favorite words in the break room are can't miss.
yes,
Anytime I see that,
it's easy.
yeah, it is easy, dude. He
Yes.
hits the Staples easy button. No free ads.
So we'll get the show started here, guys. 2 virtual dice looking for 6 or higher. How you doing, though, this Wednesday afternoon?
Oh, my God. I'm doing great. I'm so invigorated after a very strong, very busy, very exciting morning show. UA in the AM is popping off, y'all.
You guys killed it. I was listening on the way in. Absolutely killer job.
First break.
And hey, how about this? Speaking of killing it, you know how I know the show's going to be good?
How's that?
We got my lucky number on the dice roll. 8.
8.
8 is my lucky number. That is our dice roll here. Let's see what our chase is.
You a crazy 8. You know that?
Crazy 8, man. I love it. All right, chase item of the noon show. How about this? How about this will be close between the two best series? The Diamonds. Hey, 5 boxes left. CD Lamb Speed Flex, Edgerrin James Speed Flex, Antonio Gates Authentic, a 60% chance at a headliner. Look, I went to journalism school, but even I know 60% when I see it, man. The Diamonds got the ratios. So no pre-fills. I'll take you guys in a tour of the break room, top to bottom rundown. Let's get started with what I think, will be the hottest break this afternoon, this night show. I mean, honestly, Rip, here's the realistic goal. You get in here tomorrow at 9, you don't even see this vault. It's gone.
Truly.
Now, between this show, the 3 p.m. show, and the 6 p.m. show, there is no reason why there should be any vault boxes left. I want all 29 of these out of the room by the end of the day.
There was a lot of energy towards this at the end of the 9 o'clock show. Let's keep it rolling.
Yes, so we got Derrick Henry, King Henry. We're talking about the best running back of this generation. Such a beast, led the NFL in rushing touchdowns last season, second in rushing yards. Got to get a Derrick Henry. George Kittle rave, top 3 tight end in football, got a fat contract, worth every penny. Here's that Emmitt Smith. Now, when I think of memorabilia, I think to myself, what do you want to get? You want to get the best player in each franchise's history, the most coveted players, because that way that's trade bait with any fan base. Emmitt Smith, the greatest Cowboy of all time, the only Cowboy ever to win the MVP. Now, that helmet in the ballpark of $1,500, give or take, could be a little less, could be a little more. For big Cowboy fans, could be more, though. This is very, very easy to trade, very easy to sell. You win an Emmitt Smith helmet, you're not a Cowboy fan, you'll have zero problem whatsoever getting rid of it. Let's be honest, though. Why would you get rid of this? It's an incredible helmet.
Yeah.
And
he's only the leading rusher all time.
The history of the game, Emmitt Smith. So beautiful speed flex. We got Bo Jackson, one of the best dual sport athletes of all time. Bo knows. We got the Chris Carter military helmet.
Dude.
This is all the military branches, the Hydro Speed Flex. Incredible lid right there. Speaking of Hydros, Rob Gronkowski two-tone. We got the black and the red. The Emmett is just wow, says Jacom. That's right, Jacom. Couldn't agree more. John Gomez. Love that Gronk. Probably the best peak tight end of all time. You'll learn this about me, Rip. When it comes to GOAT debates, I put a lot of premium on longevity. I think Kelsey and Gates have had a better career than Gronk, but I think you have one season, one game, one tight end. You take Rob Gronkowski all the time. The guy's a beast.
Yeah, that is a kind of interesting perspective to kind of put that in, because it's not like Gronk was a long-term slouch either.
Yeah.
I mean, he
I mean,
had himself a
really
lengthy career.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with any one of those guys.
It just goes to put it in perspective.
Like Gates, Gronk, Gonzalez, even like Mike Ditka, Kellen Winslow. I mean, all those guys are in that GOAT debate. A.J. Brown, the beautiful speed flex for the Eagles. Very, very clean with that blue visor. And then, of course, guys, the crown jewel in football memorabilia. It does not get better than Tom Brady. We're looking at about a $3,000 speed flex in retail value. You can get a family vacation. You can get, a dog, a cat. There's so much you can do with that.
Give yourself another mouth to feed if you win this.
Exactly. Tom Brady's speed flex, man. That is absolutely incredible on the Patriots. The greatest quarterback of all time. Part of what made Brady great all those years, all those championships is, let's be honest, Rip, he took a pay cut for his standards. Obviously, he was getting paid way more money than any of us normal folks get paid. But he took pay cuts for his talents. He's done doing that. When it comes to how much he charges for autographs and the Fox contract, no more pay cuts for Tom Brady. None of that here. Beautiful Rip Speed Flex. We got the Puka Nacua, my favorite rave in the game. If you listen to your fellow Paisan, Dom Pellegrini, he is super high on Puka Nacua.
Oh, sure.
He has proclaimed him as this year's Offensive Player of the Year, Puka Nacua.
Okay.
Then we got ourselves LaDainian Tomlinson, who knows a thing or two about being an Offensive Player of the Year, a league MVP. Guys, how many headliners are left in this series? How about all of them? 12 photo headliners, 29 boxes. I mean, for Pete's sake, I'm getting tired of this, Rip. You must be as well. Tyreek Hill, not even being recognized as a photo headliner.
I'm glad you said it because I noticed it last week and I was like,
Where's the respect on the cheetah?
what's going on here?
Is it more to do with the lack of respect for him, or is it just that the series is so good? Because that's probably a combo of both, let's be honest.
I think it's a little bit of the series is so good.
Yeah.
And it's the off season. You kind of forget.
You forgot.
You memory hole.
People
things like
forgot
that.
how good Tyreek Hill was a
Yeah.
couple years ago. So secondary headliner, Nico Collins, Michael Vick, Drake London. Yeah. We pulled the Joe. I'm sorry, guys. Blame Rip. But hey, 16 headliners in 29 boxes, all 5 vault keys, 21 and 29 chance at a headliner or a vault key. This should be the break you guys tackle tonight, the vault. Blitz replica helmets. This actually been pretty hot in the break room. 21 boxes left, 14 headliners left, 2 and 3 chance at a headliner. This series is absolutely loaded still, guys. We do have Tyreek Hill this time is a photoed headliner. You see, we bumped it up just one and the room got a lot warmer, Rip, which is fine. Fine with me. The Rave Tyreek Hill. You know how I know we're going to pull this Rave Tyreek Hill?
Because I'm here?
Yes, and we pulled it last week. It's
that's right.
Wednesday Rave Tyreek Hill tradition here. Such an incredible receiver. The fastest receiver to ever play the game, in my opinion, the Cheetah. We got Warren Moon in there on that beautiful STS. Hall of Fame 06, the first black quarterback in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. When it comes to a box to rip, we will always rip. Okay, that's nice, Bob. I like that. Tim Brown, former Heisman winner on Notre Dame. Pro and College Football Hall of Famer. Top 10 all-time in receiving touchdowns and receiving yards. One of the greatest receivers to ever play the game, Tim Brown. There's Antonio Gates, man. Antonio Gates, such a clean helmet. The salute to service, or not the salute to service, the camo, with the light blue ink. Speaking of greatest tight ends of all time, you got to put this guy in the discussion. No tight end ever has more touchdown catches than the king of the red zone, Antonio Gates. Kurt Warner on the amp, 2-time league MVP. Not bad for a guy that was bagging groceries at Hy-Vee. Hines Ward on that beautiful Rave. The yellow just looks stunning. Mr. 1,000 career catches. LaDainian Tomlinson again in here. Devontae Adams on his new team, the LA Rams. What a duo that's going to be. Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua. Watch out, NFL. That's all I'm going to say. You know, my bold prediction, Rip, I got the Rams in the Super Bowl this year. So that's going to be a heck of a squad. We do have ourselves the Bucks legends. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. 6 autographs on that helmet. Hall of Famer Rondé Barber, the corner. Hall of Famer Warren Sapp, one of the best D tackles. Hall of Fame linebacker Derek Brooks, one of the best fullbacks ever, Mike Allstott. Super Bowl MVP Dexter Jackson. And of course, the quarterback, y'all, Brad Johnson. We got Brian Urlacher in here as a Bear fan, one of the best linebackers ever. And then we have 4 secondary headliners: Rodney Harrison, Michael Vick, Steve Largent, Phil Simms. 14 headliners in 21 boxes, 10 photoed in the Blitz rep helmets. Diamond helmets. Actually, Rip, one thing we can do before things get a little crazy. Why don't we take the quad down? We only have 5 boxes left in the diamonds. We can roll with maybe 2 doubles and a single.
Let's do it.
We can revisit things, but only 5 boxes left. 3 headliners and 2 speed flexes. Here's an item that I think people should go after. CD Lamb on the speed flex. A couple years ago, when healthy, led the NFL in catches, CD Lamb. He's going to do it again this year. Dak Prescott, CD Lamb together. It's going to be a great duo. Awesome helmet. He's going to break all of Michael Irvin's records. He's going to be a top 10 receiver ever, the greatest Cowboy of all time, and you get that for as little as $96. CD Lamb on the speed flex. Edgerrin James speed flex, Hall of Fame running back. I love the Colt. I don't know what it is about that Colt emblem, but I just love it.
It's classic. We pulled earlier today a Lenny Moore.
Yeah, the running back too.
Not many Baltimore Colts getting pulled in here. So, it's just classic.
Lenny Moore has one of the best looking autos in the game.
It was great.
It's even one Joe Aguilar can't hate on.
Well, he's an old school guy, so of course he's going to have a good script.
Right? And then we have Antonio Gates again, guys. 3 headliners in 5 boxes. All authentic helmets in the diamonds. Here's that can't miss jersey and mini. I mentioned the jersey's getting a lot of love, which is fine. You know, cheapest entry point. But it's only $17 more to get in the can't miss jersey and mini. This Josh Allen jersey is worth double of anything in our normal jerseys. His autograph alone, Rip, is worth over $400. There's not a jersey in our black box jersey worth even half of what the Josh Allen is. Jeez. So this is the one to get, guys. If you're going to play the jerseys, my personal advice, put in $17 extra and get more than double the value if you get that Josh Allen jersey. The MVP quarterback, one of the hottest names in football. His autograph price is rising like crazy on the market, and I think it's only going to continue to rise, Josh Allen. We have another one of the top 4. I call it the Tier 1 quarterback list, the Mahomes, the Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and, of course, Joe Burrow, who, by the way, say what you will, obviously better receivers, different scenarios, but, Allen, Lamar, Josh Allen, what do I have in common? Last year, all 3 of them had less yards and less touchdown passes than Joe Burrow. The guy balled out.
Oh, comeback player of the year.
Balled out. Beautiful mini right there. Randy Moss mini, second all-time in receiving touchdowns. NFL's leading rusher, Emmitt Smith, on that mini. Julius Peppers jersey, top 5 all-time officially in sacks. Michael Irvin, the greatest Cowboy receiver for now. We'll see what Lamb has to say. And then the Air Coryell jersey. I know we're talking about greatest tight ends ever. I'd be remiss if I don't mention my Mizzou legend, Mizzou Tiger like me, Kellen Winslow Sr. He is number 2 all-time on Bob Boulet's all-time tight ends list.
He was a great one, man.
That's a pretty good list.
One of the first NFL films I ever watched was about that epic playoff game, Chargers versus Dolphins in the Orange Bowl.
Yeah.
With Kellen Winslow getting carried off the field because he played so hard. He played beyond his limits in that game.
Hey, it's what Mizzou guys do, man. I do the same thing, Rip. I play beyond my limits as well.
No one can argue that, Kamen. No one can argue
I'll have to tell you a story. Maybe later if we have time about my 8th grade track race, but we'll talk about that later. Dan Fouts, the Hall of Fame quarterback. Charlie Joyner, Hall of Fame receiver. Guys, still got Eric Dickerson. Speaking of Hall of Famers, Warren Moon, Sterling Sharp. 10 headliners in 14 boxes, folks. 10 and 14, 7 and 14 at a photoed headliner. Again, guys, it's your money. Spend it like you wish. I get if you don't like minis, you only like jerseys, but a lot of folks are in the jersey breaks the last couple shows, and I would personally put down only $17 more and get in this one because the names are better, much better items in the can't miss mini and jersey. Practice squad. This is a little bit perplexing. I get the Diamonds stole the show as they do often, and rightfully so, but I'm perplexed because entering last night's show, got on the air, said 3 boxes left, 2 photo headliners left. It's been now 2 shows, and nothing's changed, Rip.
I literally said the same thing opening up the morning show.
Yeah.
It's like, what gives here? But I think everyone just got, there's a lot to chase, and we did get on a chase. So.
Overwhelming how much good stuff we have left. But don't sleep on that.
But it should not be overlooked. You're right.
Don't overlook the practice squad. We got 3 boxes left, 2 full-size helmets, a Kurt Warner Flash replica, number 1 all-time in playoff passing yards per game. A.J. Green, one of the most consistent receivers, over 10,000 receiving yards on an authentic. So that's $48, I think. Rip is the practice squad.
Yes.
You get a rep, an authentic for $48. I mean, the replica helmet break is listed as cheaper than the practice squad. So there could be 1 mini, 1 jersey in the 3rd option, but the authentic helmets are listed at $96. The replicas, I think, are 40. Was it 45? What is it right now?
45.
45. And this is like 48, but there's an authentic and a rep. So I would get after that practice squad, guys. No doubt about that. 2 and 3 chance at a headliner. Do have an announcement to make. I don't know if you had a chance to get to this, Rip, but we'll update it as well. Last day available of the half and half. We have 7 boxes left. If you want this half and half college series, this show, the 3 p.m. show and the 6 p.m. show are your last possible chances at that. Because after tonight's show, this is going back into inventory. It shouldn't be going back in inventory. We have a lot of great stuff currently. Obviously, the college fans are probably, hibernating till college football comes out because usually during the college football season, the college series is bumping. We have 7 boxes left and we have 5 headliners left. Last chance to get this series today. There's a Drew Brees Purdue Authentic, one of the greatest quarterbacks for me, top 5 all time. Bo Jackson on that Heisman speed flex, the Heisman pose, the Auburn legend, the dual sport legend. There's 3 secondary headliners, which one of these could be a speed flex or it could be one of the Anmore items. But Bruce Smith, never seen a Virginia Tech Bruce Smith helmet in my 4+ years here, Rip. Not a single time ever. For the first time in break room history, Bruce Smith's college team. That is something you want to have in your PC. I always think to myself, you want to get the stuff that you can't often get.
Sure.
A Bruce Smith Vatek helmet, 200 sacks, the most ever, that has never appeared in the break room. Your only chance maybe ever to get that is in this series today. Terrell Davis, Hall of Fame running back, Georgia Bulldog lid, Tyreek Hill, the best receiver of his generation, 5 and 7 chance at a headliner, guys, in the half and half. Blitz replica helmets are coming up, 3 spots to go. Here's that can't miss I mentioned. Again, 10 and 14 chance at a headliner. There's that practice squad we're talking about. Here's the jersey break, which I would guess along with the vault should be red hot today. Almost all the headliners left here. O.J. Simpson, Ricky Williams, speaking about the AFC East running backs. Warren Moon on the Chiefs. I like that. Mooning on the Chiefs. Aaron Donald, the GOAT D tackle on that very, very clean Rams jersey. Deebo Samuel for the first time in break room history on a Washington jersey.
Dude, yeah.
How about that? The new squad.
That definitely stood out to us in that first show, man.
Right?
Yeah. And we weren't sure because he was on the board, and it looks like he is on the jersey as Samuel Sr.
Yes.
For perhaps the first time, because he was on the board, and it was like, Deebo Samuel Sr. Why does that feel weird coming out of my mouth?
He's had it maybe a couple times. I've seen it before.
Okay.
But rare. Extremely rare.
Very.
First Washington jersey for sure, though. Still got Hall of Fame running back Emmitt Smith, Triple Crown winner Jamar Chase, Michael Irvin. Cowboy fans. Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith. They're both available in the jerseys and the can't miss jersey and mini. Not to mention, we have that sick Emmitt Smith Speedflex in the vault. Cowboy Nation, get at us, guys. Get at us. I had a mini hot take yesterday. Not super hot, but
warm
Ricky,
take.
Lukewarm.
Okay.
Cowboys back in the playoffs this year, Rip.
Okay.
That was my take.
That. Yeah.
I was battling between the Cowboys and Packers for the last playoff spot, and then my Bears fandom took over. So I gave the tiebreaker to the Cowboys. We'll see.
Okay.
They'll have a good year. You know what Dom and I call ourselves, right?
What's that?
The Dak Defenders.
The Dak Defenders.
Because we love Dak. We think he's great. I think we gets a lot of unwarranted hate.
Yeah.
So we're all about
agree.
Dak Prescott.
I absolutely, I don't know that I'm all about Dak.
Do you want to join?
Prescott. I'd like to be an ancillary member.
Ricky was thinking about joining last night.
Okay. I mean, I'd love to have a trial membership, perhaps.
Like, we're co-presidents.
Can you bring me in as a visitor so I can check out the steam room?
Yeah, you and Ricky could be the visitors
Okay,
list.
yeah. Because again, like as an outsider perspective, same thing with like all the flack Jalen Hurts was getting last year. Is like I don't get it. You have a consistently good quarterback. What are you complaining about? Like
you want to hear the truth? Here's the truth about the NFL. The coach and the quarterback in particular, the quarterback even more so. When you're winning, you get too much credit. When you're losing, you get too much blame.
Yeah.
And they care about the playoffs. They could care less about the regular season in Dallas. Dak Prescott led the NFL in passing touchdowns, runner-up to MVP 2 years ago, but we talk about the playoff loss, which the defense gave up like 40 points in, by the way. So the more you know. We do have our mystery box tab still open, guys. That includes the first down jerseys up as personals. We got the college replica helmets. That is very, very nice. We got everything left except for my guy, Ricky Williams, Tyreek Hill, AJ Green, Warren Moon, LaShawn McCoy, Jamison Williams, Tim Brown, Heisman winner, Jordy Nelson on the K-State helmet. Never seen that in my 4 years here in the break room. Michael Vick, Chris Olave, Jared Verse, Odell Beckham Jr., who, like me, was very into the French Open, Roland Garros over the weekend.
Yeah.
He was watching the matches that iconic final Carlos Alcaraz and Yannick Sinner. What a match that was.
6 hours.
So Joe Theismann could get him here in that college rep with that beautiful Notre Dame clover. Heisman Trophy winner Earl Campbell and Hines Ward as well in those college reps. We do have the normal black box reps, which are separate from the black box reps on the break page. Those are a break room exclusive. These are a personal exclusive. Bo Jackson, Kurt Warner, J.J. Watt, Warren Moon, A.J. Green, Patrick Willis, and all the Williams. We got Ricky, we got Jameson, and we got Kyron Williams. And then, of course, we have our headliner package. Obviously, for the GOAT collectors, you get this for free. But I want to go ahead and say this. This is a great purchase for any new customer who's got money to spend, right? Money to spend because you get one mini, one rep, one jersey, one authentic, 4 headliner names, $1849.99. Blind me, I'm picturing Rip and Kamen in the Dax team room. You know you like it, Bob. Don't deny yourself things you know you like.
No one made you think about that.
What is on Bob's mind right now? Dallas maybe 9-8 or 8-9. I say Dallas 11-6 this year. No, let's go 10-7. 10-7. Dallas Cowboys. They play the 17 games now. I'll go one more Sears home services than 9-8.
I do kind of hesitate when I think about the division and the teams that they're going to be playing twice.
Really good division.
Yeah, I mean, Philly and Washington, like, really leveling up last year. I mean, Philly, obviously, and Washington leveling up, I should say.
But they get a freebie, though, against the Giants. 2 freebies.
I mean, look, every division's got one, New York Giants in there.
I think they could split. There's a lot of history between the Giants and Eagles splitting. I could see them splitting those games.
You could also get some flashes of the old Russ with New York as well.
I do like Russ.
That's all it takes is just like one throwback game for him, and it's like, dang, all right.
You know what I don't like about Russ, though? His offensive line.
Well, yeah.
That's a problem.
He can't run like he used to.
I do like CeeDee Lamb paired with Pickens. Well, if you like CeeDee Lamb, we got a CeeDee Lamb for you here. $96. That's a Speed Flex worth north of $1,000. We got CeeDee Lamb for you, man. Terrific receiver, no doubt. What's up, comments, says Ty Percival. Hey, Ty, you know very well what's coming up in your life. Ty Percival, have you heard the big news about him and his life, Rip?
Well, I do know that he won that gift card from the basketball.
Yes. So you'll have some money coming back your way, Ty, if you want to spend it early. He's a Cowboy fan. Get that CeeDee Lamb. 5 boxes left. CeeDee Lamb Speed Flex. You got to get that one. No doubt. Russ to Malik, 76 yards, touchdown, says Bob. Hey, I could see that happening.
Just the one time?
Just the one time, right?
That's fine.
So ready for the game tonight? I know for a fact that Ty will be cheering for the Indiana Pacers.
Let's extend that series,
the
baby.
The deeper the series goes, the more money Ty gets here in the Ultimate Autographs live break room. Show Ty the money. That's what I say, Rip.
Let's drop them trays for the suburbs, baby.
All right. Come on, Halliburton. Play good in the first 3 quarters, not just the fourth.
Well.
The fourth quarter machine. Just got to get him to step up in the first 3 quarters.
The moment. Let him know the whole game's a moment.
Pretend, Tyrese, that the first quarter is the fourth quarter.
It's a 48-minute moment, Tyrese.
Yes. Come on, Hallie. Get it together. Matt's hoping for a 5-game series. He is. But hey, I got a secret. I'm sorry, Matt. Close your ears. I'm cheering for our customers. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Take some money out of Matt's pocket. Give it to the customers. Come on, Rip. Come on, Matt. You hear that? Uh-oh.
I thought you wanted me to physically go get the money from Matt's pocket. I was like, dude, I'm way too new here still.
I'm going to shut up on my head. I don't want to lose my job. We keep adding new people to the staff. My job security is going down with every new customer, new person we add to the staff. So,
hey,
I'm not.
I just don't want to. I'm just trying not to get fired here. Going into Matt's pocket physically. Who would do that? Is Ricky here? He'd do that.
Maybe. Let's talk about best items in the room right now, Rip. I'm not going to limit you. I hate limiting people. I'm going to keep this vague because people have different perceptions of a few. Some say 2, some say 3, some say 4. Give me a few items that you are looking at right now, your favorite items currently in the break room.
Much like Dean Martin once sang during his cowboy phase, don't fence me in. Well, look, last show I was all about that Herbert flex.
Rightfully so.
And now it's here. So I feel like my job is done. Moving on, we need to talk about the Tom Brady in the room.
Yes.
Okay? As much as I love, here's the thing. I think the actual, true chase, because who knows when we're going to get him in here again,
Sure.
should be the Chris Carter. When I looked at this series last night, before I snuggled my pretty little head down to sleep, I saw we had a Chris Carter on a speed flex, and I said, oh, my God. He's one of the best wide receivers, hands down. Straight up, an absolute beast and a prototype. Even towards the end of his career when he got to Miami, he was crushing it.
You would talk about that, but yes.
And he's on this little salute to speed flex here. With all the whole military, all the branches
Every
on the back.
branch.
And he's got a sick signature. Like, everything you want about this. A rare name, great signature, incredibly unique, sick helmet. Like, it checks every single box. Love that Tom Brady. And I love a salute to service on a Patriots as well. Because, it harkens back to
You're a patriot.
that American
America.
Revolution from 1776. And let's not forget the 1812 one as well. Salute to service. There you go. Tom Brady.
We got to teach Ricky some history. Yesterday, I was dropping history dimes last night.
Oh, like what?
And Ricky was getting owned by me. Well, Ricky thought that Richard Nixon was the president during the tear down that wall, Gorbachev.
Oh, jeez.
And I corrected him to say it was Ronald Reagan.
That is several decades later, yeah.
So you dropped the ball, Ricky.
Oh, Ricky.
But anyway, I agree. Chris Carter's great. What else? What else you got for me? Another one or two? What else you think?
Honestly, I'm just trying not to stick strictly to the vault because the Brady, the Chris Carter, and the Emmitt Smith is just. Oh, that Gronkowski. The way you described it, I would say it's terrifying. That is an intimidating helmet right there. Like, I don't want to catch that helmet, down a dark alley or anything. That helmet with the color match ink on it as well, that black and red. I'm getting NWO Wolfpack vibes. Ow!
I like that.
Last thing I'll go ahead and say is, look, we all love the Speed Flex, great time. That rep series is a gosh darn good time. Like $45. Get your full size rep in the single.
49.
Right 49.
I just
Pardon
checked.
me.
Yeah,
The
you're good.
can't miss is 45. I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean the names in here are great, but I'm looking for that Tyreek Hill on the rave.
Yeah, Dolphin fan.
Also, that Bucks legend is incredible. I mean, that's that Super Bowl era team right there for them. Like I was telling Mike about, we growing up, we had a neighbor across the street, Big Irv. He was 5'3" and he was a weightlifter. And I know exactly
5'3" weightlifter.
Yeah, we called him Big Irv.
Get to work, Dom.
Dude.
Get to work, buddy.
Come on, Big Dom. And he was a diehard Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan and a diehard UM fan. He had the UM logo on the back of his neck. He said it was the most pain he's felt getting a tattoo ever.
Send him to the break room.
I haven't talked to him in many, many years, but this makes me think of Big Irv from Hollywood, Florida. Let me go see if what he's up to.
Right.
His son, Lil Irv, might be interested in this. But yeah, this
Bucky
is the
Irving?
team right here.
Huh?
This is the team, Bucky.
Yeah. See, I'm just saying. Connections everywhere.
All right, those are my picks.
Okay.
Those are my picks.
So I gotta agree with everything you said. For me in this series, I love the Bucks legends. The Urlacher's a Bear fan. Low key, I do love the Kurt Warner amp.
Yeah.
Obviously, I agree 100% with what you said about the vault break. I'm gonna go ahead and say though, so obviously value-wise, Tom Brady, ballpark $3,000 on a Tom Brady Speed Flex. That's the retail value, $3,000. Tom Brady, salute to service speed flex with the black visor, the greatest quarterback of all time. So the Chris Carter is really good. I'm not disagreeing with what you said. The Chris Carter is my number 4 in this series. That's how good
I get it.
the series is.
I get it.
My number 2 actually is Emmitt Smith. The beautiful Cowboys, speed flex, the military feel, that like snake skin, incredible helmet right there. Emmitt Smith, NFL's all-time leading rusher. My number 3 in the series is the Gronk, the two-tone hydro speed flex, Brady's boy. Then I will say Chris Carter, number 4. Did a good job of talking about that series. I would say don't forget the CD Lamb speed flex, Cowboy Nation in that Diamond series. Obviously, one thing we haven't talked about enough, I mentioned it earlier though, I love the Josh Allen jersey and the can't miss jersey in mini.
It's great. The red.
Yeah, the red jersey, the MVP quarterback. It is worth a lot more than anything in the black box jerseys, even in this can't miss jersey in mini. Josh Allen is right now one of the most expensive autographs in football. Outside of Brady, Mahomes, the first guy you would want is Josh Allen if you're into the whole money thing, right? So don't sleep on that Josh Allen jersey and the can't miss jersey in mini. And also, I kind of am a fan of, like, if it's not going to be here the next day, you want to get it now. College break. We've been hibernating on this one, Rip, unfortunately. It's the last day available of the half and half. This is going back into inventory at the end of tonight's shows. So last chance for a Bo Jackson Heisman Trophy speed flex. Now, we got a lot of Bo Jackson on Raiders. We get some on Auburn, even some on the White Sox and Royals. Only a handful of these I've ever seen the Bo Jackson Heisman helmet. That is unique. It's one of the best Heismans of all time. One of the most well-known Heismans. Let's get that Bo Jackson. Also, not even pictured, Rip, Bruce Smith.
Yeah.
Bruce Smith on Vatek, NFL's all-time sack leader. Another one of the highlights here that we can see in the break room in the non-pictured section
We
of
hit him in
headliners.
the morning show in the reps. Let's go 2 for Bruce right now.
Right? Derek Kissinger saying afternoon, Kamen and Rip. What's up, Derek? D-Money in the house.
What up, dude?
So 3 to go in the jersey break, 3 to go in the rep break. Those 2 are coming up next. I do advise you guys to get moving on that vault series. We don't have an order yet in the vault this show. Color me shocked. There's no pairings left. It's just a new series by itself. 1 box in. It was a secondary headliner. My guy Joe Theismann. Every single helmet you see on this graphic, every single one is still available in this series. And let's talk about the double or maybe even the quad. The absolute best time to play the doubles and the quads, Rip, is the beginning of the series.
I agree.
There's more chances to double up, more chances to triple up. For example, by the way, this, if you could do me one quick favor.
Redo that?
AJ Brown speed flex. It's a flex on the board there.
Oh,
We did label that as an authentic. So I'll give you the double up here. AJ Brown, Emmitt Smith, 2 speed flexes, less than $200, more than $2,000 in value. So, I mean, $200 or more than $2,000. What would you like? More than $2,000. Now you get the Tom Brady speed flex, which is, you know, we're talking about a $3,000 helmet. AFC East, Tom Brady. Then you can pair that with Tyreek Hill. We're looking at close to $4,000 in value, maybe a little less, but certainly more than $3,500 for less than $200. AFC East double up. We got the NFC West double up. George Kittle, Puka Nacua, 1 spot, 2 lids. We still have the AFC North double up. Derrick Henry, Jamar Chase, 1 spot, 2 lids. You know what was so crazy about last year's NFL season? You look at what Derrick Henry did.
Yeah.
Most rushing touchdowns, 2nd most rushing yards, more than 1,900 rushing yards for King Derrick Henry. Then you look at what Jamar Chase did. Most catches, most touchdown catches, most receiving yards. Probably about 90% of seasons, Chase wins the Offensive Player of the Year. Probably about 90% of seasons, Derrick Henry wins the Offensive Player of the Year. It took a historic season from Saquon to rip that away from those 2 gentlemen.
Yeah.
But we're talking about, like, seriously.
Yeah.
Two of the best players in the league, Derrick Henry, Jamar Chase. I don't even care if they're not on a speed flex. You get them both for less than $200 in that double. If you get the AFC North, come on now. That is sick. AFC West, how about some athletes? Bo Jackson, LaDainian Tomlinson double up in the AFC West. Come on now. Looking at the secondary headliners, Drake London. That could pair with the Rob Gronkowski. Michael Vick, if it's a Falcon, pairs with the Gronk, Andy London. If it's an Eagle, could pair with A.J. Brown and Emmitt Smith. Nico Collins, secondary headliner, that pairs with the Edgerrin James. So you can kind of double up across the board in this series. You want to play this early on in the series, Rip, when you have those options to double up. I mean, like, let's talk about the best players in the league. I could sit here and argue with you. You know, obviously we have quarterbacks, Josh Allen, Mahomes, Lamar, Burrow. But you can make a case that for sure 2 of the top 10 players in the league, if not 2 of the top 5, are Jamar Chase and Derrick Henry. These dudes are just incredible.
Undeniable.
Undeniable.
And very rarely do they get denied.
No, they don't. And I think, too, when you look at this graphic, personally, you want to hear something crazy? Because this is what's going to end up happening by the time his career is done. So we have Emmitt Smith on this graphic, who is first all-time in rushing touchdowns. We have LaDainian Tomlinson, who is second all-time in rushing touchdowns. And then we have Derrick Henry, who will likely finish second or third all-time in rushing touchdowns. So we have the 3 NFL leaders in the history of football in rushing touchdowns when it's all said and done, likely on this graphic. That's pretty good. And then you want to talk about receiving touchdowns. Chris Carter, 4th all-time. Jamar Chase will probably slide in the top 5 by the time he's done. And then look at Tom Brady, of course. Most passing yards, touchdowns, Super Bowls, you name it, you got it there. It is the cream of the crop. Every single name on this graphic is either a Pro Football Hall of Famer or a College Football Hall of Famer or will be a Hall of Famer. Bo Jackson, not a Pro Football Hall of Famer, but a College Football Hall of Famer, Bo Jackson.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
Heisman Trophy winner.
Sears Home Services. Joe Burrow will have a huge MVP type year if he stays healthy. Hey, Sears Home, you're a Joe Burrow fan? $45 for a Joe Burrow autographed mini helmet. $45 in the can't miss jersey and mini single. Joe Burrow is number 2 on my MVP favorites for this year. Now, I love Josh Allen. I love Lamar Jackson. I think they have won the most recent MVPs, which makes it harder for them to win.
It does.
You know, repeating as an MVP, Lamar even saw it last year. It is very, very hard. So even though I put Josh Allen ahead of Joe Burrow and my top quarterbacks in the NFL, both in this series, by the way, I do personally think that Joe Burrow has a better chance of the MVP just because Allen just got it. I think it's going to be Mahomes and Joe Burrow this year fighting out for that MVP. I think Mahomes has a healthy Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy year 2, a healthy, number 1 receiver in Rice, Hollywood Brown, a legitimate receiver who was out most of last year. I think we see a 40-touchdown, 5,000-yard Mahomes. It'll be Mahomes and Burrow, and then Allen and Lamar will be in that mix as well for MVP. I just think that they like to give it to the guy who hasn't won it in a couple years.
Yeah,
so,
voter fatigue is unfortunately a real thing. Ask Michael Jordan.
Ask Michael Jordan, ask LeBron James, ask Nikola Jokic. Heck, even ask Tom Brady. Won 3 MVPs only, Tom Brady. So a lot of goodies in here, guys. So if you're a Burrow fan, Sears Home Services, obviously you got to be in this break, right? Get your quarterback, Joe Burrow, on that beautiful Bengal mini. We actually don't get Joe Burrow as often as Mahomes and Josh Allen. I'm not going to say he's a rare autograph because he's not rare, but he's like medium rare, Rip. Medium rare.
I do love medium rare.
Medium rare is what I get on my steaks as well.
Same here.
So we do have your boy Joe Burrow here in the break room as well. So, guys, let me know what you want to heat up here in the room. Let's get these breaks bumping. 1 to go in that jersey break, and 3 to go in that rep helmet break.
That was Aaron Workman so graciously leaving 1 spot for someone to close it.
Aaron Workman, he's getting to work, man. That's what he's doing.
He's doing workman like work.
He's doing work. Hey, Aaron, what's up, Aaron? Good to have you in the break room. I think that's a relatively new customer, Aaron. Let us know your squad and how you heard about Ultimate Autographs. Here's the point about our break room, though, Rip. We're talking about MVPs. We're talking about MVP candidates. We got all of them. Former MVPs, current MVPs. I mean, the best players in current NFL and NFL history, all very much available here in the Ultimate Autographs live break room.
You can use that down the line too. Current Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers.
What's the thing with Oprah? You get an MVP. You get an MVP. You get a Hall of Famer. We're just like Oprah here, Rip.
We are just like Oprah, right down to broadcasting from the Chicagoland area.
Yes. I think she has a little bit more viewers than us, just a little bit.
Yeah,
but
give or take.
We can work on it.
Well, we can fudge the numbers as much as we want, too.
Add a couple zeros.
Yeah, who's asking? Who's looking? Who cares?
The more you know. How about that? I was new yesterday, says Aaron Workman. Won a double break, double Lions, Knuckles, and Sanders.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, that came out of the double can't miss.
That's
that
awesome.
Slate Sanders.
That's very cool. So you're hot in the room. Keep it coming. So Knuckles was not a photoed headliner, so he could be lurking. A name like that could be in the vault, could be in the diamonds, in the Anmore section. Jameson Williams could be all over the place. Sam Laporta. Just because you don't see Lions in that graphic doesn't mean they're not roaring in this break room. No doubt about that. So the number one disrespected team in the offseason right now in the NFL, the Detroit Lions. They were, 15-2 last year?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Obviously, they're getting Aiden Hutchinson back.
Yeah.
I know they lost a couple, coaches. I get that. Your D coordinator, O coordinator. But that's an incredible Lion team. They will be back this year. They're going to get the best record in the NFL, the Lions. So look out for Detroit this year.
Interesting.
They're going to be very good. Very, very good season. I think Ricky last night had the Lions at 6-11. And I was like, what?
Wow.
What?
Really shortened Detroit right there.
So there you go.
And people have shorted Detroit before at their own peril.
We got a jersey break coming up. Nicholas Fama, Brian Maresca, Ronald Carter, Julian Andrade, Aaron Workman, and Matthew House. Let's go. Let's go, gentlemen. Let's have some fun. First down jersey series. First down jersey single number 4. Go ahead and drop me a box number. Who's got a boxy here for the jersey break? And then those reps are 3 to go. I'll drop that link in for you guys. Here are the reps, 3 spots to go. Rep personal, 3 spots left. Let's get that done as well, guys. Those breaks are coming up. Let's get that vault bumping. Now get that vault bumping. Once we get that vault break down to like 5 or 6 rip, the rest is easy, as they say here in the break room.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. So 3 from Coach Carter, Samuel L. Jackson in the house. Have you seen that movie, Rip?
I have not.
Oh, man. I am shocked.
He's made a lot of movies.
He has made a lot of movies, one of his better ones. I'm not going to say his best because he's made a lot, like you said, one of his better ones. Lions go 14-3 this year, says Derek Kissinger. I'm game for that. I could see that happening for the Detroit Lions this year. So what sport are you coaching, Coach Carter? Basketball, football, baseball? What's your squad? Who is Coach Carter, by the way? Ronald Carter?
Yes.
It's got to be Ronald Carter.
That is Ronald Carter.
Is he a new guy this morning? I don't recognize that name.
Yep. This is a third order.
Did he tell you his squad this morning?
No. Well, when did that? I don't know that Coach Carter registered as a newbie this morning.
Okay.
But yeah,
Well,
Coach.
what's your team, Coach? Let us know what team you like. How did you hear about Ultimate Autographs? Was it YouTube, Facebook? Did you see an ad? Did you see one of our hit videos, one of our many social media posts? Coaches football and basketball. Okay. I think dice roll was 8 today. So 6, 7, and 8. All right. Brian Maresca, Bear fan, looking to be king in the North. King of the North. King of the North. Aaron getting to Workman in the NFC South. We got Julian Andrade, NFC East. Aaron's got the NFC West. Nicholas Fama, AFC North and South. Ronald Carter, AFC East. And Matthew in the house here has the AFC West. Good luck, gentlemen. Let's have some fun. He's a Bronco fan. All right. I got a lot of good Broncos. We pulled the Bo Nix Chrome Flex yesterday. So a lot of good Broncos in this break room for sure. So earlier, Rip, I got robbed of my Joe Theismann story. Can't rob me of this one though, Rip.
The very next. This is technically back-to-back Theismanns.
It's not. It's
No?
my next best thing.
Oh.
There's a Joe and there's a mooning. Matthew House, in your face, you've been mooned. I'm gonna moon you, and you're gonna like it. The Warren Moon, Kansas City Chief jersey, Hall of Fame 06 inscription. Whether it was the Chiefs, the Oilers, the Seahawks, the Vikings, the Edmonton Eskimos, the Washington Huskies. Everywhere this guy played, he absolutely delivered. Warren Moon, the first black quarterback inducted in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, 9-time Pro Bowler. He was a 5-time Grey Cup champion Canada, couple Grey Cup MVPs, take the Canada yards, the USA yards, top 6 all-time in passing yards, the great Warren Moon. So very cool, Matthew House. Fitting there will be a strawberry moon tonight, says Stephen Remick. That's what I hear, Stephen. Full moon tonight. Enjoy, folks. Full moon tonight.
I think we had it last night as well, and it was quite stunning.
It was actually technically, because I was having this...
It wasn't the strawberry?
Well, no, I don't know. Mini argument with my fiance, because I claimed that Monday was a full moon by looking at it. And she said, well, actually, the full moon is at like 1:30 a.m. on Wednesday. So that's when it was apparently fully ripped. But definitely an awesome moon, my favorite kind of moon, a Warren Moon. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah, what's up?
Can you give me one of those pens?
Oh, I gotcha.
Mike was hoarding all the pens over there. So very cool right there, Matthew House on the Warren Moon jersey. A guy that was just such an icon, did so well passing the ball. And what's crazy is, I think if you put Warren Moon in today's game with the modern rules, he'd be even better. I mean, it is literally crazy how good Warren Moon was.
Yeah. Don't touch him.
You know, I love Robbie. Everyone's got their own thing, and I love Robbie. I just want to preface, I love Robbie. The mooning thing is my thing. I'm not going to tell him. He's trying to do his own mooning version of the mooning on the butt. I don't like it. It's not PG-13. I don't shake my butt. The mooning, that's my thing. I love Robbie.
A mooning rivalry.
Yes.
We're gonna have a custody of Warren Moon on a pole match.
I'm the OG. Do you know how this originated, the whole mooning thing? This is all Matt Salas' fault. Our wonderful owner. So we were put on some breaking website or something, and he just sent us like the link of like what the rules were, and it was like no, clothes off, no moonings, no like inappropriate stuff. And as soon as he said that, I was like, oh, he said no moonings. I'll show you moonings, Matt. Warren moonings. So there you go. I would never shake my butt on this program. It's not the way I am. I just shake the moon jerseys. Shake the moon.
But call it a rump shaker. Turn it up.
But no, I mean, I think everyone's got to find their own thing. For example, like Colin's got the Hockey Tuesday. I don't talk, or NASCAR Tuesday, excuse me. I don't talk NASCAR players on Tuesday nights. But Warren Moon, it's my boy. Warren Moon on the jersey. I think the Robbie Moonings were funny until my boy Charles Nelson got too obsessed with it. And it just turned strange.
Got it.
That's the thing. But Richter scale will do it for sure.
We don't need no swim fan action up in here.
No, we keep it appropriate. So very cool jersey though. Warren Moon, Hall of Fame '06. So Bob is dropping some history. It wouldn't be Bob Boulay without letting us know about who passed away.
Yeah.
He is the in memoriam guy. I call Bob the official obituary of the break room.
I did see this notification earlier in the day, but
so 2 great American rock bands who competed against the Beatles and the Stones in the 60s, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, and the Beach Boys. Brian Wilson, who's the leader and chief songwriter of the Beach Boys, became Rock's poet. Songwriter of the Beach Boys became Rock's poet laureate of Surf and Sun Innocence. Damaged genius through the struggles with mental illness and drugs. Has died. He was 82. Okay. Well, that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Weren't the Beach Boys going to be at Riot Fest?
They were. I don't know if Brian Wilson was like currently in the modern day lineup for the Beach Boys, but I do remember when that Brian Wilson movie came out some years ago, Love and Mercy, with Paul Dano and John Cusack. Cusack and Brian Wilson did like a Q&A after the movie at the Music Box in town.
Wow.
Which, if you ever come to Chicago, if you're a movie fan of any sort, go see the music. Go see something at the Music Box. It's incredible.
Notable. R.I.P. to the legend. R.I.P. indeed. Not in the modern lineup. Mike Love leads the modern Beach Boys. Okay. All right. Well, hey, definitely sad news, but I got good news. I am in the positive news business. Good news right now, Rip. One spot to go. One spot to go, guys. $49. Get a Tyreek Hill Rave helmet. This is very, very clean. What's the best rep left? I think it's the Bucks 6 Legends. The 6 autographs.
It is.
I love the Derek Brooks with the smiley. The more autographs, the more value. Rondé Barber, Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks, Mike Allstott, Dexter Jackson, and Brad Johnson. 6 autos on one Bucks helmet.
Warren Sapp alone is usually an unphotoed headliner in most series.
Yeah.
That's incredible value.
One of my favorite autos in the room, and we haven't had him as much recently. I don't know if you've even had the honor to see this auto yet, Rip. You can see it a little bit in the graphic, but you'll see it even better in person. There's a smiley face around Derek Brooks' autograph.
I haven't seen a Derek
Brooks.
The
11-time Pro Bowler has not been a regular lately. So that is very, very clean on that Derek Brooks Bucks helmet. Very, very clean. Definitely want to see that one here very, very soon in the break room. So 6 autographs, the Bucks legends, part of that original Super Bowl team. I sold that 7 auto Bucks authentic for $1K, says Ty Percival. So there you go. It's obviously a very expensive helmet. I know the replica's a little bit less, but not much less. There's for the regular players and the flippers, so to speak, Rip. The reps are still worth a decent amount of money. Outside of the Speed Flex and the authentic, the reps are worth more than the minis, the jerseys, and they're still worth quite a bunch.
I mean, I imagine at a certain point, like the caliber of name would still just like
yes,
yeah.
And I think too, like for me, I think of it not even so much the resale value. I have a modest collection at home, small but modest, and like I'm not saying I've had a lot of people over because my collection's like my friend group, but I've seen my friends have come over and looked at my helmets, Rip, and not a single one of them has ever looked below the mask to see if it's rep and authentic.
Right, that's what
they
I'm saying.
can't tell the difference.
Display's just the same.
It displays just the same. So if you're looking to keep it, I actually would rather want the rep helmet personally because you pay less to get it. So just this, what's the word? Lack of respect towards the rep helmets.
I agree.
There's several things to get disrespected in the break room, which right now they're not. These people will get it. But in the past, reps have had a lack of respect. And the number one disrespected thing in our break room's history, far and away, number one disrespect ever, Drew Brees. The Drew Brees slander is just ridiculous in this break room.
I tell you.
Second all-time in pass yards, passing touchdowns, 7 boxes left in that college half and half, a Bo Jackson Speed Flex, and the Drew Brees Authentic, and we're not going after it. So put some respect on Drew Brees. I love that man. One of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game.
Who doesn't love a cool breeze?
Nobody.
That's what I'm saying.
In this break room, they don't respect him. Full-size rep coming up. Number 5, go ahead and drop me a box number. It's the AFC South, Drew Brees, and the rep helmets. The land of disrespect, as we say, Rip. But hey, Douglas Klopping, Heath Stefan, Samir Patel, Ronald Carter, Aaron Workman, and Karen Reagan here in the rep helmets. Who's got a box number for the Blitz? The Blitz replica helmets.
Wheel was on fire this morning.
Has it been on fire? Okay.
That's what everyone wanted for the most part this morning.
Did they?
Yeah.
See, everyone,
I know.
so like, it's different customer to customer, host to host, and show to show. Now, it's all whatever you guys want to do. But I'm going to personally give you guys general history in my shows. Now, there's no every certain, it goes back and forth show to show. But on average, the shows I host, Box Caller Mojo delivers better helmets. The wheel is not kind when they ask it in my show.
That Justin Herbert, that was called. That was a box call.
So call the boxes, get that box number mojo. I think last night, the best lid of the night was a Steve Young Speed Flex. That was also called.
Air Mechanic Brad Brainerd popped in this morning saying, I woke up and won a Steve Young BYU Speed Flex.
Good man, Brad.
What a way to wake up.
Heath says Rodney Dangerfield. No respect.
No respect, I tell you, no respect.
No respect. Hey, so no box numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and call a filler coming out. That's my prediction.
Oh.
No box calls, no headliners. Just
there
wait.
we go.
Coach Carter.
Under the wire.
At the buzzer, 13 on the box call. Thank you, Coach. Well, I'm now changing my prediction to headliner, Rip. So from no headliner to headliner because of the box caller mojo. It's Rio, guys.
The Marino box.
Marino. Maybe number 13 in box 13, not Marino, but the second best 13 in NFL history, Kurt Warner. It's still out there as well.
Feels a little heavy for a rep, but it's definitely a rep. Maybe it's got a lot of ink on it.
Okay. Maybe 6 inks on it? Maybe. 6 inked helmet. And we'll find out. Thank you, Coach Carter. You got to see that movie. Samuel L. Jackson, basketball.
All right, I will. I can't watch it right now.
It's a good movie. Now, don't watch it right now.
I will. I watch it.
You got work to do.
I can't right now.
All right, we got 8 clicks. My lucky numbers 6, 7, and 8. Samir Patel, you got the NFC North, NFC South. We got ourselves, if this will let me copy and paste. We got Aaron Workman, Karen Reagan in the NFC East, Heath Stefan, NFC West, Ronald Carter, AFC North, Douglas Klepping, AFC South, Aaron Workman, AFC East, and Samir Patel, AFC West. And just to clarify, Coach Carter, this is a single box break. I know there's double box breaks out there if you're in a double mini or something, but this is a single box break, just one box. And I go with the first one I saw, which was lucky number 13 for somebody, Rip. This is my fiance's favorite number, 13.
Was that an accurate impression of your fiance you did earlier, by the way, about the moon? Talking about the moon? Because you did go into a voice. And
No,
I'm like,
it wasn't.
okay.
It was not very accurate.
I'm very relieved to hear that.
Yes. She does not sound like a weirdo. She is a weirdo, but she doesn't sound like one.
Well, a lot of times when people are talking about the moon, it can come off quite. My wife does the same thing.
Yeah.
She's big into the moon.
Yes.
Yeah.
The ladies love the
Literally
moon.
woke her up to look at the moon last night.
Yeah.
What do we got?
And what do we got? Let's see. We got a full-size replica. Beautiful full-size lid. Oh, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, 6 Buccaneer autographs. The 6 signed autographed helmet. We got B-Rad, Brad Johnson. He's so rad. The Pro Bowl quarterback, the Super Bowl champion quarterback. Mike Allstott, 6-time Pro Bowler, the fullback. One of the greatest linebackers ever. That would be Derek Brooks, 11-time Pro Bowler. the second greatest D tackle of all time, Warren Sapp, former D-boy, Super Bowl MVP Dexter Jackson. This helmet is stunning. 6 autographs. Get to work, guys, because Aaron Workman is snagging this one.
He's out working all y'all. Look at that. Pewter power.
Woo! Now look at this one, Rip.
That
Look at
Brad
the
Johnson
smiley.
auto is
Look at the smiley.
We got the smiley on
Yeah.
the Derek Brooks. That's excellent. That Brad Johnson signature is really tight. Love that. Can
Look
you
at
tell
that
Joe's
smiley
wearing off or
face.
rubbing off on me? That's
Yes,
great.
he is.
That's awesome.
Rondé Barber has a sick auto, too.
Let me see that.
Rondé Barber.
Oh, that's a nice.
That's Colin Rudisell's
fine
favorite
point.
autograph.
It's good.
He loves Rondé Barber.
He really leans into that RB.
So all of these are
Arby's.
terrific. Don't make me hungry.
Sorry.
Great job, Aaron.
I'm hungry.
The Buck Legends. So very, very nice helmet right there. Here's the moral of the story right now. Now, I have been told this advice. Look, once you lose, take a break, quit while you're up. But when you're hot, when you're winning,
Ride it.
you don't leave the blackjack table, you ride it. Aaron Workman, I just saw in the chat, won 2 Lions yesterday. Now he's got a Buccaneers 6 autographed helmet for, I know we got 2 spots in this break. 2 spots in the break. $98, about $100, maybe a little more, with the tax. Got himself a helmet worth way more than $100. I know the authentic is a couple $100 more, but we had a customer say that he sold a Buccaneer, I think it was a 7 auto for $1,000.
Authentic, yeah.
So put this, if that one for $1,000, this could go for $600-700, maybe more, Rip, depending on what buyer you find. Yeah. And Aaron got it for $100.
That's
Come
a
on.
solid. That's a solid ROI if that's what you're looking for.
That's right. That a boy, Aaron, Aaron, the workman. And already got trade offers, of course. Derek Kissinger saying Aaron trades ? So, Sean Blasco's watching, Jonathan Jenkins. These guys will definitely want this helmet as well.
I haven't seen Clapping Cheeks for a while.
I think he's trying to sell that George Kittle flex he has.
Okay.
So got to get rid of the Kittle flex.
You got to get rid of the Kittle Flex and re-up to get back
re-up.
in here. That's
Exactly
the game,
right.
baby. That's the game.
That's the name of the
You
game.
use it to fuel the hobby.
So very, very nice, Aaron. Let's run back these reps. You guys see what it's all about. I mean, again, this is how this displays, Rip. You can't tell if it's a rep or an authentic. In fact,
It's gorgeous.
In the vault, which has a mix of reps and authentics, I often pull a helmet. They ask, was it a rep or was it an authentic? Why? Because they can't tell, Rip. Simple as that. The Bucks Legends 6 autograph helmet right here in the break room. So, folks, what's next? I'll drop the live break page link. You guys let me know what you want to rock and roll with next. Here's our live break page link, ultimateautographs.com. If you're out there watching a new customer, do not hesitate to, ask any questions. More than happy to answer any questions that you guys might have in the room. And more importantly, if you're new here, let us know what team you like. We can direct you to some favorite squads of yours here in the room. Nicholas, you did miss the first down jersey. Matthew House won the Warren Moon jersey. It was a beautiful Kansas City Chief Warren Moon jersey. It is a 1 in 8 chance to win for every spot you buy. Obviously, Nick bought 2 spots, had a 25% chance to win. Unfortunately, did not win in that jersey break. But hey, maybe round two gets you a winner, Nick.
We were talking about that Warren Moon because it was so cool to see him on a Kansas City jersey. I would love if there are any like Warren Moon collectors out there to know, like, I want to see him get the rainbow together. You know what I mean?
I know the biggest Warren Moon collector.
Oh?
Michael Mooning Wilcox.
Oh.
Now, he hasn't been in the break room lately, Mike. Awesome guy. But he did claim he would not re-enter the break room till the Rockies got to 10 wins.
Oh,
Well, the
boy.
Rockies have 12 now.
Hey, well,
So he's gotta
thanks
be
to the
back in the
Marlins.
break
You're welcome.
room.
Come on, man. Rockies are on a roll. Get up in the break room.
So,
Are you
Mike Mooney Wilcox.
Are you familiar with the concept of a rainbow in collecting?
We're talking about like all the different jerseys.
Yeah,
the colors.
yeah.
'Cause he's got Seahawks, Vikings, Chiefs.
You named them all
Oilers.
off earlier, and I was like, keep going.
Yeah, there's
That's
so
my
many.
point. Between the CFL as well.
We actually had a few weeks ago.
I remember.
An Edmonton Eskimos Warren Moon jersey.
That was super
That
cool.
was very cool.
Yeah, I love the unique pieces, man. You
Yeah,
know,
we had
like
the Huskies jersey too. So
as a collector, personally, I like to go for the iconic pieces that you need to get. Like, if you are a Moon collector, you gotta have them on the Oilers. And then I love the weird, niche, kitschy, unique stuff. I'd love a Moon, you know, if I was a Moon collector, on a CFL jersey, on a college jersey. I love like the little oddities sometimes.
we do have the Moon College rep and the rep
Yes, we
personals.
do.
I agree with you. What I'm a biggest fan of personally is the unique helmets.
Yeah.
The ones you don't see in the NFL games because you want to use your imagination. So, for example, I would say all the ones in the vault right now. This one, right? Emmitt Smith. You would never see the Cowboys have this helmet in a live game. There's very few of these helmets that exist. I'm not going to say that's the only one because it probably is not the only one, but I will say this. That's one of few.
Yeah.
Not many of these out there. Same as the card collector business. You want to get the unique stuff, the ones that are numbered, that don't have many of them out there.
Refractors.
That's a unique helmet. You want to get that lid. Emmitt Smith on a Speed Flex with my favorite visor, the blue visor. It's a very, very clean helmet. We're talking about the greatest Cowboy of all time, the only Cowboy MVP. That's unique. That's what you got to get.
I will say, I would love to see teams play in like full rave gear.
It'd be nice.
I do want to see it. I want to see what a
Yeah.
rave jersey would look like.
Or even a Hydro Speed Flex, these hydro dipped, water dipped helmets. Very, very clean right here. Obviously, Rob Gronkowski. I love that lid. One of my favorite Gronk stories. You know, wherever Tom Brady goes, Rob Gronkowski follows. It's one of those things where Gronk is like, I'm done. I don't want to play football anymore. Oh, Tom's coming back? All right, I'll go join with Tom. I'll go play with him. You've probably heard this story. If you haven't, it's a great story for everybody. So during the COVID pandemic, right, you know, it wasn't as easy to meet people, to track workouts, etc. So the Buccaneers asked Gronk to send them videos of him working out. Send us the video every day. Show us how your workouts are going. You know, what do you got going on? Rob Gronkowski filmed a bunch of videos in one day. Just changed his shirt, changed his shorts, looked different, got most of these videos knocked out in one day. Then he just chilled the rest of the way. And every day he would just send a different workout video to the Tampa Bay Bucks.
All love to Rob Gronkowski. That is an example of something you can't say about him. I imagine you can't say about him too often.
Yeah.
That's him working smarter, not harder.
Yeah, man.
He's got the reputation of like a big lunk, you know.
I'm not going to say the guy has not worked hard for what he's done because everybody in his position has worked hard.
And he's
But
obviously a
it
hard
does
worker.
speak to the natural talent he has.
Yeah.
The guy's a natural talent. And, you know, we always talk about autograph value. Like, you know, you'll hear me say a lot on the show, the current players sometimes may be worth a little bit more than the legends.
Yeah.
But this guy is like a current player because he's on TV. He's on Fox Football. He's on the AARP commercials.
The USAA.
USAA. He's on
He's still trying to get that insurance.
Pizza Hut. Like every commercial. Like I cannot turn on the television and not see Rob Gronkowski.
He's everywhere.
So he's becoming more and more popular actually in many ways in his post, you know, NFL career because, you know, during his career, Tom Brady stole the show oftentimes. Now, but you get Rob Gronkowski on a commercial, that's the first guy you look at, Gronk. Speaking of Tom Brady, guys, this is a $3,000 Speed Flex. That is the rough retail value of a Tom Brady Speed Flex. You might get lucky, get a couple $1,000s less, but not much less, right? And this is north of $2,500, retail value $3,000. You get it for $93 in the vault. It could be in the very next box. We could pull Tom Brady in the very next box we do. And, you know, we get Brady Bucks sometimes. We get Brady Michigan. But, you know, let's be real.
Yeah.
You want to get Tom Brady on the Patriots. Let's be fully real.
That's the one.
That's the one. That is the most popular, the most expensive, just the most sought after name in football memorabilia, Tom Brady. So yeah, you get that lid for 96, even like I think 93, 186 in the double, 372. That's in the ballpark of a $3,000 helmet here, Rip. Tom Brady. So everything is left in this series. We got to get this going, guys. And these are all authentic, the photo headliners, except for, I think, 2 of them. I think Puka Nakua and the Tomlinson. Everything else is an authentic or better. 5 speed flexes, 5 vault keys. And there's no pairing. I know there was a pairing earlier today. Don't confuse yourself. It is just a new series by itself. 0 pairings whatsoever, Rip. So definitely get that series 8 to go. But once we get it down to 6, 5, then we're off and running, right? Simple as that in that vault. 6 to go in the practice squad, 6 to go in the jerseys. Once we're at 4 or less, things are moving. So Adam Dittmer, we have a 60% chance at a headliner in the Diamonds. Yeah, we pulled the J Herbs, but my man, we got a CD Lamb Speed Flex. This is a Dallas Cowboy, which again is always very easy to trade or sell. I led the league in catches a couple years ago. CD Lamb, he's part of the, we're talking about tier 1 quarterbacks earlier, right? We're talking about Josh Allen, Joe Burrow in the can't miss Indian jersey, Mahomes, Lamar. Your tier 1 receivers, Jefferson, Chase, Lamb, and Tyreek Hill. That's my tier 1.
Yeah.
And he's definitely on that tier with those guys. 100% belongs CD Lamb.
He is of the moment. He is not outdated like a CD-ROM.
Ooh, I like that. Pretty good.
That was generous.
Pretty good. Hey, I always say better corny than boring, Rip. That's my life motto. Edgerrin James on that speed flex, 2-time NFL rushing yard leader in the past, and Antonio Gates, most receiving touchdowns ever by tight end, 60% chance at a headliner, and 40% chance at a speed flex in the Diamonds. Now, so let me lay this out there. Normal Diamond Series, Rip, is 30 boxes.
30.
Normally, there's 5 speed flexes.
Normally 5.
So 1 in 6 chance at a speed flex normally. We're currently at 2 and 5, 40% chance. You have better speed flex ratios right now than you'll probably ever get.
Them's good numbers.
Very good numbers.
In the Diamonds, anyway.
Yeah, 40%. Yeah. Unless it's a all flex series or maybe a half and half.
But for our regular series that are up every day, Diamonds being the primo among them, best you're going to get.
40% chance at a speed flex. The speed flex, of course, what the pros wear, the extra padded helmet. It's worth more money. Just to give you guys an idea, the normal authentic is usually worth around $300, give or take, before the autograph. You have the autos, they end up being worth $500, $600, $700, $800, sometimes over $1,000. But the normal speed flex is worth about $700. Now, this one in particular, the Justin Herbert, you added inscription on there. You add a face mask, a visor. It's a hydro speed flex.
Bells.
It's got bumpers, whistles, bells.
And whistles.
These are closer to $1,500, give or take in value.
The color matched chin strap.
Well, look, I'm not going to give you the gift card to go now, Ty, because we want to give you the gift card at the end because it is going to create some issues where we send you some money now, then we forgot we sent it to you. So we'll give you the gift card in one lump sum. Yes, but I'm telling you, you've got money coming your way soon. So it's not stuff you're not going to get.
It's like a 401k. You just can't touch it now.
Yes.
You just can't touch it yet. Let it mature and
You could touch it as early as, Monday of next week. Although he's hoping for Thursday of next week or best case Sunday the following week.
Don't clip that.
I'm just saying he's got some break room credit.
Absolutely.
He knows that we'll have some break room money to spend very soon.
The thing that I would do is, and again, I'm not saying this is the thing you should do, but it would be very tempting knowing that I have this coming my way eventually to,
well,
start playing.
Take the calculated risk where you can take the
Exactly,
risk.
yes.
So Ty's a Cowboy fan.
Yeah.
If I were him, I would not be spending money unless there's Cowboys out there. We have 5 boxes left, and we got ourselves CD Lamb Speedflex. You want to invest less money. I know they're not worth as much as the Speedflex, but hey, can't miss jersey and mini. We're down to 14 boxes left, and we got 2 Cowboy headliners, Michael Irvin and Emmitt Smith. Michael Irvin jersey, Emmitt Smith mini, which, by the way, we have Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin in the normal jerseys as well. So right now there's a lot of Cowboys in the room. Right now is the time to invest if you're a Cowboy fan. So common Cowboy stuff, it's easy to get rid of if it's a player. Took me a couple months to get rid of my Jimmy Johnson Authentic lid. Hey, a couple months, again.
Grand scheme of things,
I'm going to be honest with you. A couple months is not a long time. The number one mistake I see among our customers, because we get this all the time. I couldn't get the helmets sold for as much as you said it might be worth, Kamen. The God honest truth, Rip. These helmets, it's going to take you a little bit longer to get your true money's worth. Especially when is the market hottest? The market is hottest during NFL season. Yeah. It gets to be September. The helmets will go for more money in September than they're going into the offseason right now.
I say it absolutely all of the time. Now's the time to acquire all of this stuff
and then sell it in
so
September.
You have it. You're already locked and loaded. Have those eBay listings already drafted up. That way, when Kenneth Walker III has a monster game, because that was a jersey we hit in the previous show, so that's the first line that comes. When he has a monster game, boom, you are ready to go.
Yeah.
You're not scrambling to like try and get something up and try and maximize your value. Look, I do flip. I hit the yard sales, I hit the flea markets, and so on and so forth.
I saw you got a Vince Papale, right? Did you buy that?
I didn't grab it. It was in really poor condition for $20, and he signed it upside down, which was weird.
Okay. Respect.
I don't understand how that happened, but
well, you know what happened? That Vince Papale was not from our break room. That's probably what happened.
That's what happened.
Our helmets are in tip-top shape, Rip.
We got good QA, quality assurance here. But yeah, I mean, I've had eBay listings that are going on like 2 years old. Like,
yeah.
But that's the price I want for it, and I'm willing to wait for it. You know?
The truth is, the quicker you sell it, the less money you're going to get for it.
Right.
That's the God honest truth.
Yeah.
Because that happens a lot.
It's basically the equivalent of like taking it to a pawn shop.
People want to get rid of their helmets so fast to get more money.
Yeah.
Then they get less money than what it's worth.
Right.
By the way, hey, Sean Harrell, what's up, my man? Says, hey, Kamen and Rip. Sean might drink a beer for us even at 1:24 p.m. He's always,
hell yeah.
Stone Cold.
A little bit.
Very nice.
What?
So I was going to say that's, look, if you have to have money to get back in the break room or to pay your bills, I get it. Offload the helmets, I get it. Sometimes you just got to get rid of it to get back in the game or have money elsewhere. But my advice for those that have a little bit of time, a little bit of patience, a little bit of room for the helmets, and as well as a little bit of, money to spend. I say take the Nate Alberts route. Now, Nate Alberts, I don't think you've met him.
I have not.
Does not play much. I think he used to be our number one customer in company history. He's now down to like 5 or 6 all time because there's been a lot of folks coming through here. But one of the biggest dogs here in the break room, what Nate Alberts does, he puts his helmets up for more than they're worth. He puts his Mahomes Chrome Flexes up for $5,000 because he loves them. They're so cool. He's only going to get rid of them if he really gets his money worth. By the way, a Mahomes Chrome Flex, now it might be around $3,000. In 5, 6, 7, 8 years, it'll be worth $5,000 easy. So especially these modern players, you get the modern players, they're going to go up in value the next couple of years.
Prospecting.
So that's why I say, hold for as much as you possibly can.
It's a long game.
It's a long game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, if you got to get rid of them for money, sometimes you get rid of them. But the longer you hold, the more money you'll make in the long term.
You'll also be surprised because there's even stuff in my own personal collection that I've been holding for a while, and I love it. And then at a certain point, you turn to it, and also you may need some money. You may need to, invest a little here or there. But if it doesn't bring the same joy anymore, whenever you look at it, not to get all Marie Kondo on us here, but truly that's like a pass to let it go and sell it and see what the market gives. And and putting it like way above value, that's a great way to get offers in the range that it is actually
And then if
worth.
it's been up for 2 months and you're not getting no bites, then you lower the value.
Yeah.
You always start with a little bit more than it's worth and build your way down. I see this mistake where people put it up for, roughly what it's, they think they'll get for it. And it's like, try for the bigger prize, right?
Yeah.
I'll give you a prime example. I've flipped through eBay, which, by the way, is a extremely dangerous place to get memorabilia from because
Yes.
there's a lot of scams going on eBay. So I always say take it with a grain of salt. There is a reason why the items on eBay trend for lower than what the retail value is because there's scams out there. But I'll give you a prime example. Now, this is the jersey. The authentic helmets are worth more money than the jersey. So I'll preface that, obviously. Josh Allen jersey. Now, we're talking about the MVP quarterback. There was a Josh Allen authentic helmet listed. The exact same helmet, Rip. I saw the exact same helmet go for as little as $700 to as much as $1,300. That is almost double the price. Now, the guy that sold it for $1,300, I'm willing to bet that he waited a long time. The guy that sold it for $700, I bet you they waited a week.
Quick flip.
So the exact same item, sold price for almost double because you were patient. So just something to think about, and think about Josh Allen too, because this dude, get that jersey for $45, man. Autograph for Josh Allen is worth over $400.
And it's the red too. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
different colorway than they normally wear. That looks great. It's gonna stand out. It's gonna pop. It's gonna pop big time. Also, speaking of popping, right next to that Josh Allen. I know it's not as valuable and all that stuff, but that's the best end color in sports right there. That Carolina blue and that Julius Peppers. Julius Peppers was a dude to watch, man.
Top 5 all-time in sacks.
Yeah, and absolutely, when you would watch, like, your eye was drawn to Julius Peppers. A lot of times, defensive players, especially on the defensive line, you don't notice they're there until they're already at the quarterback. But Julius Peppers was one of those dudes, along with Dwight Freeney, where it's like, from the minute the ball is snapped, I am watching that player.
Not bad for a college basketball player. We have a theme here. College basketball players dominating the NFL. We have Antonio Gates on that replica helmet. Very, very awesome lid. Antonio Gates on the camo replica. And then we have an Antonio Gates as well available in the diamonds. Antonio Gates, secondary headliner in the diamonds, lurking in here. So no authentic jerseys, Michael Convey. Obviously, I'll be completely honest about the authentic jerseys. They look the coolest. They're worth more money. I love the authentic jerseys. Unfortunately, if the jersey's authentic, it's worth more money. So we had a licensed jersey series that we ran for a few months, and it was like $50 instead of $28, and it did not sell.
Yeah.
It was our lowest seller at the time, and this is when the break room was busy. We were doing 70, 80 boxes on the night shows, over 100 boxes on the day. Diamonds, vaults, everything was selling except for the licensed jerseys. So the honest truth, guys, is we put licensed jerseys in the break room for you guys. A licensed jersey is worth a lot more than the custom jersey. You guys unequivocally rejected the licensed jerseys. So if you guys want licensed jerseys, if we happen to drop them again, know you're going to pay a lot more money to get the licensed jerseys than the customs.
And that is a sterling example of a phrase that gets misconstrued so much. That, my friend, is the customer is always right.
Yes.
You know? They did not want the licensed jerseys, or at least, like, it did not happen at that time. So it's like, all right, we will listen to you. You're right about that. You said you wanted it, but you showed us you didn't.
No.
Also, the thing that it didn't dawn on me until I started working here, the challenge of the display of a licensed jersey is it's tricky because you want to show off all of the branding and the logos and all that stuff. But typically, when you're going to be framing a jersey, you're only going to be showing one side.
One side,
And more often than not, they're signing on the back. And so it's kind of a waste of all that licensing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We do have the custom jerseys that are 4 to go, 28 a spot. Got some good jerseys in here. That would be O.J. Simpson, Ricky Williams, Aaron Donald, Deebo Samuel, Emmitt Smith, Jamar Chase, and Michael Irvin. I'm going to give you a little a little hint, hint, wink, wink, Michael Convey. If you are in the market for licensed jersey, the number one place where we populate our licensed jerseys right now, Rip, would be the Anmore section in the 1-4 football spot.
Oh.
So next time the 1-4 series is up, there's at least one licensed jersey in almost every 1-4 we run.
Well, that's just
So,
good exclusive intel right
That
there.
if you want licensed jerseys, you want to get the football spot in the 1-4, you might get a Speed Flex, you might get a licensed jersey. That is where most of our licensed jerseys are populated, the 1-4 and more section, Michael. Like we had a Hutchinson licensed jersey in the last 1-4. So not even listed. Derek likes the stat jerseys. Those are nice as well. No doubt about that, Mr. Kissinger. So 132, I'm going to refresh the break page, give you guys another top to bottom rundown. We're going to go till 2 o'clock, Rip. Whatever's full by 2 o'clock, we'll rip. If we're 1 or 2 to go, we'll keep going. Otherwise, if nothing is full by 2 o'clock, we're going to take our brief lunch break and regroup for the 3 p.m. show. So we'll get started with this vault break. Again, guys, what's left? I mean, I'm going to give you guys some of the hype, some of the explanations, some of the 411, but the simple way to put this, what's left in the vault? Absolutely everything.
Everything.
Every single helmet you see on the graphic is still very much available. Not a single photoed headliner is off the board. Again, the most expensive item in the room right now. Tom Brady Speed Flex. Salute to service. Salute to service Speed Flex. Around $3,000 in autograph value for the greatest quarterback of all time. It is far and away the most expensive item in the break room right now. Again, spend your money how you will. But personally, if I were to spend roughly $100 in the break room, even though it's a 1 in 8 chance, there's a lot of boxes left, I would want to not live my life with regrets. There's going to be a lot of people here today that are going to buy 4 spots in the jerseys and spend $100 for a chance at a jersey headliner, which could be worth a few $100, Rip, right? You might profit a couple $100 at the most. You spend $100, get a Tom Brady helmet in that vault single worth $3,000. You just profited almost $3,000. So if you got about $100 spending budget for the day, my personal advice is don't buy 4 jersey spots. Buy 1 vault single spot and take a shot to get the greatest quarterback of all time, the most expensive item in football memorabilia. I mean, we talk about like it could be a family vacation, it could be an engagement ring, it could be a dog and a cat, or it could be break room credit for months. $3,000, Rip. That could be break room credit for the next 2 or 3 months.
That could be a down payment on a car.
It could be, down payment on a car. Could be.
Sorry, I need to get a new car. That's
So
all I'm
do
thinking
I.
about.
But I'm thinking about getting a down payment on a house first.
Well, yeah.
And before that, the wedding. So
Yeah.
the car is number 3 on my list right now. But anyway, Tom Brady Speed Flex, the greatest quarterback of all time. Emmitt Smith on the custom Speed Flex, most rushing yards of all time. We got this Chris Carter Speed Flex, the military Hydro. Here's that Gronk Hydro Flex. Got Puka Nacua, Derrick Henry, Jamar Chase, 2 of the best players in the league today. Edgerrin James, A.J. Brown, LaDainian Tomlinson. 29 boxes left, 12 photoed headliners. We got ourselves 4 secondary headliners, 16 and 29 chance at a headliner, plus 5 vault keys with bonus gift cards, including a $300 gift card. Speaking of break room credit, 21 and 29 chance at a headliner, secondary headliner, or a vault key. Blitz replica helmets. We're down to just 20 of these left. We still got 13 headliners left. That counts the secondary as far as the photo names. We have some incredible helmets. The Rave Tyreek Hill, one of the cleanest lids in the game. Seattle, Warren Moon, STS. The Tim Brown, Notre Dame lid, Antonio Gates on the camo. Love that blue ink on that one too. Kurt Warner Amp, the greatest show on turf, led by Kurt Warner. Hines Ward, Mr. 1000 on that clean Steeler Rave. AJ Green. Speaking of the AFC North receivers, actually we did pull the AJ Green, excuse me. But we have the LaDainian Tomlinson still available in here. Devontae Adams. That is super clean
New team.
on his new team. The Rams, beautiful STS. And Brian Urlacher with the Hall of Fame 18 inscription. Loaded series, guys. Better than a 50% chance in the Blitz. 60% chance at a headliner in the Diamonds. 5 boxes left. 3 headliners, 2 speed flexes. CD Lamb, top 3 receiver in the league. Edgerrin James, one of the best running backs ever. And of course, there is again Antonio Gates, top 5 tight end of all time, Gatesy. This is one that I know today, this show at least we're trending lower end breaks, which I want to recommend if you're going to spend money in the jerseys. I'll give you the other one you should spend money on. These ones, $17 more, but much better names. Eric Coryell jersey, Michael Irvin jersey, Julius Peppers, Josh Allen jersey. Worth more than double any item in the normal black box jerseys, the Josh Allen jersey. Emmitt Smith on that mini. We got the Joe Burrow mini. Speaking of awesome quarterbacks, Randy Moss, one of the best receivers ever. Then we got 3 secondary headliners, Eric Dickerson, Warren Moon, Shannon Sharp. It's a 10 and 14 chance at a headliner, Rip. 10 and 14, and it's called Can't Miss for a reason. Practice squad, 2 and 3 chance at a headliner. 3 boxes left. The Kurt Warner Flash replica, the AJ Green authentic, 2 of the best players of the 2000s still available. Last day available for the half and half. 7 boxes left. 5 headliners left. The Drew Brees Purdue authentic, the Bo Jackson Heisman Trophy Speed Flex. We got Bruce Smith on Va Tech, secondary headliner. Terrell Davis, Tyreek Hill, 5 headliners in 7 boxes. 2 of them being speed flexes. Went over the reps, went over the practice squad. Jerseys are still loaded. Headliners include O.J. Simpson, Ricky Williams, Aaron Donald, Deebo Samuel on Washington, Emmitt Smith, Jamar Chase, and Michael Irvin. A lot of good running backs, a lot of good receivers, a lot of guys that got first downs. So get your spots, guys. We're going to do the chase wheel spin for the diamonds. We're not going to do the chase wheel spin for the diamonds unless we knock out some diamonds. So,
I've seen crazier things happen.
We got about 20 minutes left for the noon show. We'll reconvene at 2 p.m. if you guys don't knock out these breaks. I see Christopher Leon jumping in the jersey break. Thank you, Chris. So I think, obviously, goes without saying, Rip, I would like to knock out as many of these breaks as possible.
I agree.
I would love to keep the show going, but I am going to make it easy for the customers. I think there's going to be one more break we'll for sure do. Hoping to get a vault, a diamond done. These are real possibilities. But the one that I'm pretty positive we'll get done before we go is the jersey single.
I mean, come on. We got to knock out another jersey.
That is 4 spots to go in the jersey single. How are you guys doing this afternoon? Any good sports bets? Anything going on in the sports world? I got a couple of my player props today. Looking good.
What are we looking at?
So we got so far, I already got Onio Cruz to get a hit. That's been covered.
Oh, God, they've been crushing the Marlins this
I need a
series.
Dansby Swanson hit. Doesn't have no hits yet.
Okay.
I need Suzuki to get less than 1.5 hits. He's got 1. So I need Suzuki to not get a hit for the Cubs. And Swanson to get 1.
This is so situational.
Yes. So I've taken a break from my, DraftKings FanDuel for a few weeks, but they got me on these player prop bets, and I've been winning actually.
Okay.
Last couple weeks, up a few $100 the last couple weeks. So the player props have been doing good here lately. So just need Suzuki to get out, Swanson to get a hit. It is the top of the 6th, so this is getting kind of late.
Yeah.
So probably 2 at bats left for both.
Sun's getting low, big guy.
So we'll see if it happens. But my lucky betting guy has been Onio Cruz for the Pirates.
I like him, man. He's got great velocity, bat speed.
Yeah, every time I've bet on him, I've won.
Okay.
He's my good luck charm.
I've got plenty of his rookies, so that makes me happy.
So things that are looking up. Let me know, guys, any good bets you guys got going today? Any plans for the day? Obviously, anything you want to break for sure. The best value by far, Cole, is the vault. And it's Tom Brady Speed Flex, $3,000. You get it for as little as $93 in the vault. The second best value is arguably you get an Emmitt Smith Speed Flex and a AJ Brown Speed Flex, which are worth, well over $2,000, between $2,000 to $3,000. Again, less than $200 in the vault, double.
And especially, Cole, after you already nabbed that Justin Herbert. And Cole, last we spoke, was in that first show where that vault was paired. This vault is now untethered, unpaired,
yes,
and free range. So go to town on this one. This is the one to go.
I'm going to give Cole
right
a secret too. This is something that the customers don't often know about our break room. I probably shouldn't reveal this.
Oh boy!
But I'm going to reveal the secret for Cole because he asked. He's a nice guy.
Secrets.
Usually, the best value is either in the vault or the diamonds.
Yes.
Now we make lower profit margins as a company on these than we do the jerseys, which means that these we're actually giving you guys. You guys get a better chance to profit in the vault or the diamonds. Think of it this way. You buy one spot in a jersey break versus one spot in the diamonds. Yes, the jerseys are cheaper. You have a 1 in 8 chance. If you win 1 out of 8 times with your $28 spot, depending on what you win, you might win a headliner and get, profit value. You don't win a filler. Maybe you lose, roughly, you break even, whatever. But you buy one spot in a diamond helmet and you win 1 out of 8 times, but you win an authentic, it could be worth $600-700. The jersey headliner's worth $200-300. The headliner. I'm talking about the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Not talking about the filler. So you, with that one spot, the $28 spot, you profited $200. The $96 spot in the diamonds, you win a headliner worth $1,500. You profited $1,400. You guys will always profit more if you buy one spot in a break in the diamonds in the vault.
Y'all got more profit margin than we do, jeez.
It's not even close. The best value is always the vault and the diamonds. That is the God honest truth. I know the jerseys are the most tempting because the entry point is the lowest, but the best value is always in the authentic helmets. So that's the place to be.
Well, Cole said bet.
Bet. Got a number for us, Cole? Did he call a number last time?
He did. Yeah, Cole called the Herbert number.
Yeah, the single best value at the moment, though, vault single, $93, Tom Brady. That's it. That's the easy question, Rip. And it's not even close.
Yes.
Not even close. If you win, Tom Brady is the best value in the break room by far right now. Yeah, just for you, Cole, the Herbert helmet. Very clean. All right. So he wants box 8. Box 8 in the vault. That is coming up. Box 8. Right. I know it's deceiving because the jerseys are cheaper. I know you're not risking as much, but your best value always resides in these expensive breaks.
It is the best bang for the buck. I mean,
bang for the buck.
I love me a good cheap thrill, but yeah, if you're looking for value, if you're looking for the real deal, this is the way to do it.
Yes. So, box 8. Unfortunately, that is oftentimes how it is in life. The more expensive stuff is the best stuff. So, Dansby did not get me a hit. Suzuki did get out, though. So, Dansby's got one more shot, Rip, to get me the parlay. In Swanson, we trust. So, Ocho coming up. Let's see if we have the greatest quarterback of all time, Tom Brady.
ESPN 8, the Ocho.
The Ocho. I don't think you have this one in there yet, do you?
No, I was looking for the vault single and I couldn't find it.
Okay.
So I have to create it.
You might have to create it. Yeah.
Oh no, I got to do my job.
Come on, Rip.
Jeez, a whiz.
Get to work, sir.
No.
Is Cole
right,
the Charger fan? What's his squad? Cole?
Yes, Charger fan.
Okay, because there is in this series a LaDainian Tomlinson as well. Obviously, Tom Brady gets you the most money, but obviously for you as a Charger fan, an Antonio Gates would not be bad at all. Someone got in that quad vault as well.
That
Who
was also
that?
Cole.
See, Cole gets it.
Yeah, Cole's that dude.
Cole gets what the good stuff is, man. He's a man of refined taste here in the break room. Cole.
The pick 6 it was?
Yes,
Okay.
pick 6 vault. I'm going to go ahead and open this. The buzz is killing me. You'll get it pulled up. We'll label him as the winner. We know it's going to be Cole here.
Yes.
So box 8 coming up, Cole. Pick 6 vault, 8 of 30. I'm going to tell you the honest truth, Cole. It's not liked. I'll give you that much. It should be an authentic. Could even be a speed flex here for Cole. Could even be a speed flex. Oh, it's my second favorite visor color, Rip. Do you know my second favorite visor color?
Purple. Pink.
That's
blue. Yellow. Red.
Okay, so blue's my favorite. Purple is maybe 3 or 4. My number 2 visor color. And here's that break, pick 6 vault. We have arguably a top 5 receiver in the league. AB11, AJ Brown on the speed flex. Beautiful, beautiful green visor. A Super Bowl champion, AJ Brown. He was top 5 in receiving yards back-to-back years. Last year, outside the top 5 because he missed a little time with injuries. Saquon took over. But this is a top 5 receiver. Awesome, awesome helmet. Cole on this AJ Brown speed flex. Look, you buy all the spots. How are you going to profit if you buy all the spots? If you win a speed flex headliner in the vault. That's
one way
and
to
that's
do
what
it.
Cole has done. Cole has bought out 2 breaks today, and he's got 2 speed flexes, Rip. How do you like them apples, Cole?
Them apples are tasty.
Right? AB11 really helped Jalen Hurts get settled in. You know, good player in Tennessee. It seems like he took his game to the next level, and Jalen Hurts took his game to the next level. A match made in heaven for the Eagles. Awesome, awesome speed flex, AJ Brown. That is nice. Noise, Cole. That is what I'm talking about, baby. Cole Carnamark making his mark in the break room, Rip.
Absolutely sick hit right there. Got that green visor. That's your second favorite color, huh? The green
It goes
visor?
blue visor, green visor.
Okay, all right.
That's my visor rankings.
Okay.
You'll hear Dom say that I cheat on the blue visor. When I see the green visor, I'm tempted to cheat. But don't let him fool you. I am team blue visor number 1.
You're a committed man.
Blue visor. Very committed to the blue visor.
Yeah, there you go.
It is the best. Awesome. Love it, says Cole. Awesome indeed, man. AJ Brown. Now, Cole is hot. 2 breaks he's bought out. 2 speed flexes he's got. In the words of DJ Khaled, how about another one?
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one, Cole.
Just because you buy out the breaks and, you know, you're going to win regardless, doesn't mean you're always coming away with a speed flex.
But he sure
You know?
is.
That gambit, I've seen it, you know, go the other way.
Unless
But
your name
not
is Cole.
Unless your name is Cole Carnamark.
Now, we had somebody earlier today, I think it was in your show. I was listening to the show, and they were asking about the single. He's like, wasn't the single first? Like, no, Cole bought out the whole break, the double earlier, right?
Totally snaked Ricky.
If you like something in the break room,
Can't hesitate.
you know, right now it's not as busy as NFL season. This break room between September and roughly February is just nonstop. We do over 100 boxes a day during busy season. When it gets to be the NFL season, there's going to be about 12, 13 guys doing what Cole did, buying out the break at once. There might be 2 or 3 guys doing it now instead of 12 or 13, but it could happen at any moment. So if you like something in the break room, I encourage you to buy your spot right away.
Yeah.
Buy the spot first, because before you know, someone buys out the whole break and the helmet you wanted is gone.
Common, I've been banging that drum for like the last month, and it's one thing to hear it from me. You know, I'm still the greenhorn here, wet
Yes.
behind the ears, and I don't have all that experience. But to hear basically the same thing come from
You must be doing a good job.
the guy,
Yeah.
it seems as though I'm wrapping my head around this business or something.
Well, so and here's the truth too. Again, it is 8 spots to go. We have this constant thing where people wait till the first 4 spots are bought. Once we get down to 4 to go, the break goes pretty quickly. You wait to buy your spot. Cole or someone else a whale, a big dog, as we call them in the room, they will not hesitate and buy all the spots. How do you lock out someone buying all the spots? Get a spot first.
Yeah.
Get a spot first. Get that spot, get that momentum, and get yourself one of these helmets. Because once it's at 4 spots to go, the break goes super fast. I mean, it goes within 10 minutes usually, Rip. So I always think of it, don't look at that number 8 and be intimidated. Look at how close is the break to 4 to go. Because the break, once it's 4 to go, it's sold out.
Yeah.
It's a domino effect here. And I'm not talking about pizza. I'm talking about the tile game dominoes.
Indeed. Yeah, absolutely.
So
we playing regular style, Miami style? How we playing?
I don't know what Miami style
vaults?
is.
Or you ever played dominoes?
I have. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, same.
So I couldn't get Miami style. I don't know what that is.
Man, as with everything else, like rules to games in Miami are just going to be like that much infuriatingly different. Like, don't try and play Uno with anyone from Miami because they're going to try and pull some stuff.
Okay.
Don't get me started.
Okay. I won't.
Thank you. I appreciate that comment.
So, guys, it is 1:52. This is why I like to stick around for at least 2 hours, get these guys a chance. You never know who's lurking in the background ready to buy out some breaks. If we're close on breaks, we'll keep going. But if we're not close or sold out, we'll call it a show here at 2 p.m. and regroup for the 3 p.m. show. Now, I've been giving out secrets today. I'm going to give out a couple more secrets.
Secrets?
So here's what the 3 p.m. show, Rip. You're starting to work some more of these 3 p.m. shows. Now, this is not always, not a universal rule. Obviously, during busy season, it's more prevalent. But the 3 p.m. show has a history of taking off at 4:30.
Everyone's getting home.
Yes, between 4:30 and roughly 5 or 5:30 on the busy days, the 3 p.m. show is buzzing.
Yes.
So I say come early because it gets to be around 4:30. Then these helmets, these brake spots are falling faster than CJ2K runs the 40 time. And that is fast. That is fast. Cole, are you taking one more shot at the Brady here? And again, he's a Charger fan. Obviously, the Brady's worth the most money, but LaDainian Tomlinson, this is more of a question for Cole than for you, Rip, but you can also answer. I love Gates. I love Rivers, Dan Fouts, Kellen Winslow. I have to pick one GOAT Charger. It's LaDainian Tomlinson.
I own one Charger jersey, and it's LaDainian Tomlinson.
I saw you wear it last week, right?
I believe, it was last week.
It looks nice. The powder blue.
The powder blue.
It looks nice, man.
I had to do it to him.
That's a beautiful, beautiful jersey. We got the Slate helmet here. The greatest Charger of all time. I know Cole has a Gates. He's got a Herbert now. Do you have a Tomlinson, Cole? Because when I think of Charger football, the first name I think of is LaDainian Tomlinson. I believe Dan Fouts, I think, got an MVP. But if not the only one of few MVPs for the Chargers, LaDainian Tomlinson. It's got the single season rushing touchdown record, which still exists, by the way, Rip. That has not been passed. 06, it's been, 20 years? No one's touched that mark.
Yeah, we're going on 20 years next season.
LaDainian Tomlinson. I mean, it felt like 2 years ago, McCaffrey got a touchdown like every game. Didn't even touch LT's record.
Yeah.
That thing is untouchable. So everything is left in here except for the A.J. Brown. Everything else is left, guys, in the Pick 6 Vault Series. So come and get your spots. Come and get your spots.
Come and get your spots.
I mean, and this actually, to be honest, Rip, is not exactly even a green visor. It's one of those chrome translucent because in some light it looks like a blue visor.
Blue, yeah.
So that looks blue.
See, so you're not committing visor adultery after all.
Yeah, that looks green.
It's half blue.
It's just beautiful.
It's just like you, blue visor.
It's half blue and all out amazing.
There you go.
We do have the blue visor on the Emmitt Smith. Mm-hmm. This one's a little bit darker blue, though. I like the one that's a little lighter. Is my favorite, but I mean, all shades of blue are nice. Look at that Emmitt Smith speed flex, man.
I know.
And that thing is sick.
I know.
You don't even have to be a Cowboy fan to appreciate that helmet. I mean, I love that helmet. I'm not even a Cowboy fan. So love Emmitt Smith. I mean, it's part of like your sort of like for a lot of our customers, Rip, we have a lot of different ages. It makes the break room great because we have people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. But probably the most prevalent age group is people in their like mid 40s or early 50s. And these are people that watched the Cowboys in the 90s.
They know ball.
So they know all about Emmitt Smith. I love Troy Aikman. Look, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to slander Troy Aikman. He's a terrific analyst, terrific quarterback. He's got 3 MVPs. He's a Pro Football Hall of Famer. But as my great co-host Don Pellegrini said, Troy Aikman was really good at handing the ball off to Emmitt Smith. It's all you had to do, man. All you had to do. Emmitt Smith, that offensive line, hand it off, win the football games. Literally, great defense. Again, great defense. The number one reason the Cowboys won 3 Super Bowls in the 1990s was their running game. Terrific offensive line, don't get me wrong, but the number one part of that running game, that man right there. Without Emmitt Smith, the Dallas Cowboy fans, people make fun of him for not having won a Super Bowl in 30 years. They'd be making fun of him for not winning one in 50 years.
Yeah, it could be so much worse, Dallas.
It could be so much worse,
Thanks
Cowboy
to this
fans.
guy, it's not.
Thanks to Emmitt Smith, who, by the way, Rip, just for you, buddy, I'll take the randomizer down. Go ahead, do your Gator chomp.
Go Gators, baby.
Go Gators, Emmitt Smith. Well, I'll ask you this question. So I know Tim Tebow, and Steve Spurrier are icons as far as, their college career. But you might be able to answer this question even better than me. Best Florida Gator player looking at their NFL career. It's Emmitt, right?
It has to there's only one leading rusher in NFL history, and it's Emmitt Smith.
Yeah.
Again, Javon Curse was awesome. We
Very
get him in
good.
the break room
Yeah.
a lot. Fred Taylor, we see him in here. He was a great little running back. But no Emmitt Smith. Yeah, man. Pro career, Emmitt Smith in a landslide.
Yes.
For best Gators.
Yes. I think that college is probably Tebow, right?
Man,
Or is it Spurrier?
It's a soft spot for Tebow.
Okay,
Yeah.
Tebow
Spurrier was like a little
as a
bit
coach too.
for Spurrier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But
did it
Spurrier's
both.
definitely a little bit more of like that previous generation.
Yeah, well, because
Like,
I've been to Gainesville. They have the Tebow statue and the
Yes.
Spurrier statue.
Yeah.
I've been to like
those
a
are
Florida
the
football
dudes,
game.
And it's one of those things where it's like, well, Spurrier did end up also like coaching the Gamecocks and whatnot. So
Yeah. That took away from
They
it.
lost a little bit of the luster. I do believe Spurrier did or does still have a restaurant in Gainesville now.
Of course he does.
He didn't always though.
Okay.
But being there for the Tebow stuff was truly something else. It was a real raucous ride. They also on top of the statue they have his the speech from that press game after that Ole Miss loss.
I love that speech.
And yeah.
Yeah.
No one's gonna break. That's my promise to you. No one's gonna break harder, faster, or more dedicated than Rip Camelucci.
I like that, Rip. Derek
God bless.
says best Charger, in my opinion, was Junior Seau, which, again, the late, great Junior Seau. A lot of the best is
I love Seau.
personal preference. That's a great pick, Derek. I do go Tomlinson personally, but I can see why you might go Junior. All right, it is 2 o'clock, Rip. We didn't sell out anything else. Let's do our little wrap-up spiel here. Herbert is the best hit of the day, no question. But this was the 9 a.m. show. I might do a video with it because you guys didn't have time to do any social media stuff. The show got off pretty late. So Herbert, best hit of the day. Best hit of the show is the A.J. Brown because of the visor, the speed flex, what the pros wear. But I would say it's a very, very close second on this rep helmet. I could see you going this one as well.
Yeah.
It is 6 autographs. And we got Derek Brooks, Mike Allstott, Warren Sapp, Rondé Barber, Dexter Jackson, and Brad Johnson all on this triple, actually 6 signed Buccaneer helmet. Natron Means is a good one as well, Ty.
Oh yeah,
Well-
we had Natron a couple days ago.
My favorite Charger, just because he went to Mizzou, is Kellen Winslow, senior. We have the Air Coryell jersey. I think Tomlinson's the best Charger. He's my favorite Charger I watched. But just because me and Kellen Winslow both went to Mizzou, and I got to rep my college, Rip. We're talking Florida. Let's
Yeah.
talk Mizzou.
SEC. it's
Kellen
all love.
Winslow, Air Coryell jersey, triple sign Dan Fouts, Kellen Winslow, Charlie Joyner, all on one jersey. That is my favorite Charger of all time because he went to Mizzou. And the closer it gets to college football season, the more I'm going to annoy you with my Mizzou talk, Rip. You're going to see how committed I am to being a Mizzou Tiger fan.
No shots at Missouri, the
Yes.
state, but it had to be a pretty nice change of scenery going from Missouri to San Diego.
I will say this. Again, preface this by saying
I'm just saying.
the state of Missouri, San Diego is beautiful. Columbia, Missouri is a lot different than anywhere other part of the state. I'll put it that way.
I gotcha.
Columbia, Missouri, and Jefferson City, Missouri are about 35-minute drive apart. And the feel of the two cities could not be any different. I can tell you more about it off air. I'll leave it at that. I won't get into politics and all the other stuff. But Columbia, Missouri, the feel of Columbia, Missouri is probably a lot like a Gainesville, Florida.
A little more of a college town, whereas
It's very much of a college
elsewhere in
town.
Missouri, you might be a little bit more of a time machine.
Yes.
As it were.
Columbia,
Going
Missouri,
backwards.
it's more hip, as we say. And we're more hip in Como, man. Columbia, Missouri. All right, that'll do it for us for this show. Do you agree, Rip? Are you going A.J. Brown or are you going the Bucks?
Man, I love a deal. I love a bargain. I think I gotta go with the Bucks over the Brown. I
figured
can't
you
believe
would.
it.
It's 6 autographs.
Pewter power.
Right? One of the best standards in the game. So, any final thoughts from you, man? Final thoughts for the noon show?
Not much. I'm looking forward to grabbing a bite and recharging for the 3 o'clock.
Recharging. Speaking of charging. Recharging for the 2 o'clock show. All right. Well, hey, great job, Rip. Thank you so much for co-hosting, producing. Obviously, the best of job goes to our customers. You guys make the show possible. You guys make the show special. You guys make the show fun. You are the lifeblood of this break room. I love you guys. Truly.
Now, that said, we are the ones who make it good.
Yes.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
They make it great.
Yeah,
Now,
we make it good. Y'all make it great.
honestly, though, look, I'm going to make a challenge out there to the customers, though, because this show is much better
let's do it.
when they're more involved.
Yes.
So, first off, if you have money to spend, I challenge you to get in the breaks and get these awesome autograph memorabilia. If you don't have money to spend, which is okay, it happens, right? We're here every day. You need to take a break. We'll be here in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks, in 4 weeks, in 2 months. We're here every day. If you don't have the money to spend in the break room, come in here, bring that positive energy. Talk to us in the chat. Let us know about your football opinions. Let us know what you think looks cool. Even if you can't buy in right now, say, if I could buy in, I would get that. Because this show is so much better when you guys are in the chat commenting. I love Rip. Look, I love you, Rip. It's not a shot at you. I love talking to you. I love talking to them better.
Look,
they make it more fun.
You're basically encouraging conversational window shopping. And, brother, I'll tell you, I can window shop.
Best case scenario, play the breaks for the guys with money. I always say the best place for disposable income. If you don't have the moolah right now, join us, chat with us, watch with us. But please, please, do not be silent. We want the comments. We want to hear what you guys think. We want to get involved here together in the break room. Great job, Rip. Great job, customers. We'll be right back in 55 minutes. We'll see you at 3 p.m. Central Time.